As I mentioned, I got a special guest in the building today. The homie Prodigy is here, and Prodigy, what up, brother?
What up, Don? Yep.
There you go.
Hell yeah. What up, kid?
Chilling, man. Damn, like so much history.
Yeah,
so much history. Last time I saw you was about probably almost a year ago at Howard Theater. You and Havoc performed.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And as much as I play a lot of Mobb Deep shit, like y'all were like the soundtrack of like my college years.
That's what's up.
But as much as I play a lot of y'all shit, I still never, because I'm a hip hop head.
Right.
So just because you a hip hop head don't mean that the artists that you playing got hits.
Right.
But when y'all perform, I'm like banger after banger. I'm like, damn,
we
these
put a lot of work in.
Had a lot of fucking work.
Yeah, we put a lot of work in over the years.
It was 22 years?
Yeah, it's going on like 20 some years. Yeah.
Crazy. So that's another thing. Y'all put out an album. Was that year before last, a double album?
Yeah, we put out the anniversary of the Infamous.
Yeah, and the world. I think the world slept on it.
Yeah, I mean, it did its little numbers. You know what I mean?
But like a lot of people didn't realize that it was out, and like I put a lot of people on that shit.
Yeah.
Because you had the classics on one album.
Yep. We had unreleased songs.
Yeah.
On one CD.
Yeah.
And then the other CD had the new album.
Yeah. But the new album, nigga.
Yeah. Got some joints on there.
Some shit.
Yeah, man.
Some shit. But and it's interesting because I talk to a lot of artists that have put in work.
Mm-hmm.
However, a lot of these artists can't sustain the test of time like y'all have.
Right.
And I've listened since the beginning, and y'all haven't lost a beat pretty much. And y'all have always stayed true to yourself as in your original sound. What do you attest that to?
We just made that choice early, man. We made that decision to stick to our guns, stick to our sound. We got a formula, and it worked for us. People they gravitated to us, and they enjoyed what we do. So we just want to keep giving them that same feeling, over and over again. Okay.
And talk to me about the beginning when y'all first started. Like, what made y'all say that, all right, we want to stick with this music shit? Because there's a million different things y'all could have did, I know.
I mean, growing up in the hoods where we from, it's like the older dudes, they would see us hanging out and drinking on the block, and a lot of our friends selling drugs, and we would be out there getting in trouble with them, and the older dudes from the hood would sit us down like, yo, what are you doing, man? You don't have is dope, man. Y'all got a good thing going. Y'all sound dope. Y'all got dope music. Stay in the studio, man. Stay off the block, man. You know what I mean? I don't want to see you getting in trouble out here.
Right.
So it's like a lot of the older hustlers from around the way, they kept us grounded.
Right.
You know what I mean? And they made sure that we were focused. You know what I mean? And we stayed out of trouble, and we stayed in the lab, and we learned a lot from that, because these are dudes that we respected in the neighborhood.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And these are dudes that a lot of other people was like fearing in the neighborhood. So for them to tell us like, yo, stay out of trouble, man. Stay away from these knuckleheads out here getting in trouble, man. Get in the studio, do what you do. You and have is dope, man. I want to see y'all make it. That inspired us, man, and that helped us to stay focused and just concentrate on building a career. You know what I mean? And we had our little ups and downs. Like I got locked up, a couple of times for some stupidness. But overall, we were able to stay focused and put in a lot of work, because of that inspiration from them telling us that.
So how does it feel like now it's kind of like the shoe has changed, like now you're the OG?
Yeah, man.
So I mean, but how's that feel knowing that like you kind of in a sense have somewhat of that responsibility to kind of sit those kids in the hood down and do the same type shit?
Right. That's basically what we do. I started an independent company. The last Mobb Deep album came out on Infamous.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And when you got an independent company, it's like, it's not as glamorous and it's not as glossy, and you don't got all the big marketing dollars as being on a major label. But in the end of the day, you own your catalog, you own your masters, and we building a company.
Right.
So it's worth it at the end of the day. And I think that a lot of the young cats watching us, they can get inspired from seeing how we moving and seeing how we taking care of business, and just seeing how we do things. And that's basically the business I'm in now, man. Just putting out non-stop albums, releasing books. I just put out a book the other day.
Yeah.
And just seeing how we taking care of business,
right,
and seeing the process. It's a longer process when you're independent,
right, but
it's worth it in the end. And I think that the young cats, they can look at us like, yeah, I want to do that with myself. You know what I mean?
All right, and we're going to talk about this book in a second, because that's the main reason why you're here. I know, but I want to also talk about like you said, y'all career, and the fact that y'all stayed true and made a decision early. Now, something that y'all have done also that I don't see too many groups, like, period, in history, whether it's R&B, hip hop, whatever, is y'all have managed to make independent solo projects on your own, you and Habit, and come back and still maintain that same chemistry. It seems like, and I know behind the scenes it might be something else, but it seems like there's never no ego involved when it comes down, like, the chemistry is 100% the same.
Yeah, I mean, me and Hav, we friends before the music. We've been through a lot, man, together, coming up, growing up, and in the industry. We've been through a lot of changes in the music industry. Yeah, we've been through a lot of errors. We've seen a lot of fashion trends change. We've seen a lot of music trends change. Seen people come and go. So it's like we experienced a lot, and our relationship and the things that we've been through, that's what keep us together. You know what I mean? We know plus we know the importance of what we do. Like, when we do our shows and when we get out there and meet people, they always tell us, like, yo, man, we love what you do, man. You know what I mean? Y'all got that sound. Y'all got that grimy sound. We created this like whole sound that was original. So it's like, we understand the power of what we do from when we see the people and we see the fans that come out to see us. So that also helped keep us together. Like, you know what I'm saying? We look at that and we look at each other. We're like, yo, come on, man. Let's go get this bread. Let's keep doing what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, even though me and Hav, we might have our discrepancies, it's like a marriage, man. You know what I'm saying? When you with somebody for so long doing music or whatever it is you do, whatever business that you do, if you're in business with a partner, it's like a marriage. So you're gonna have your discrepancies, your different personality clashes. Right. But at the end of the day, if you have a successful brand and you're successful with what you do, and you helping to feed families and create jobs for people, it's like the importance of that just like overpowers and overshadows any negativity that can come up. Like, Right. Yeah.
So with the label, the infamous label, are you guys looking to put out other artists under that label currently?
Yeah, definitely. As we progress, we just gonna let it happen naturally. Really, we ain't really out there looking for artists right now. Right now, we focus on just building the business. You know what I mean? Dropping some quality product, building the business to a point where artists will wanna be on Infamous. You know what I mean? We want to make it where this is the place where artists want to be. In order to do that, we gotta build the foundation first, and that's basically what we're doing, putting in the groundwork, building the foundation, and then as time progresses, the artists will see, like, yeah, that's what I want to be. They putting that work in. You know what I mean? Right. Yeah.
So now you branch into a lot of different businesses. Like, you put out an audiobook also, correct?
Yeah, like
a biography, right?
Yep.
And now you have the Commissary Kitchen, my infamous prison cookbook.
Right.
Like, this shit is so left field. Like, nobody would expect it.
Right.
So,
definitely.
I mean, let's talk about. I thought it was going to be like something real skimpy, but like, you got a real fucking cookbook here, like.
Yeah, and it got stories that go along with each recipe. You know what I mean?
Okay.
The reason why I did it is, I had to serve 3 years in jail, and me having sickle cell anemia, I have to eat a certain way. I have to eat healthy.
Diet, right?
Yeah, I have to eat healthy, and in order for me to stay strong and active, I got to eat healthy. I got to drink a lot of water. So it's like, me being in prison, the first thing that I noticed is, the food is horrible.
Yeah.
It's so hard to eat healthy in jail. Like, that's a serious problem, is food in jail. Like, so I noticed that right away. And, being in there with the other inmates, I learned how to cook for myself and prepare my own meals so I can eat healthy in there, and I went in with the plan, like, I'm gonna work out, I'm gonna get strong, I'm gonna read a lot. And once I seen how the food conditions was in there, I was like, hold up, this is bad.
Yeah, this shit ain't gonna work.
I need to shed some light
on
this. Right now, there's the biggest prison strike in U.S. history going on right now with the inmates. The inmates are on strike right now because of the food conditions, because of the living conditions. They're getting paid like 6 cents a day to work. You know, it's like slave labor in jail. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, that was another important reason why I put this book together, man. Just to shed some light, man, to help, you know, get some prison reform going on for the brothers and sisters that's locked up, man. Because, you know, we still humans. We still have human rights. No matter if you in there serving time, you did something bad, whatever, you paying for it, you in there serving time, you still a human and you still need to be treated, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like a human being, you know what I'm saying? So it's a good way for me to promote that, you know what I mean, through this book right here. Plus share my experiences, you know, with eating and just being locked up, and, you know, it got some good recipes, you know, in there that I can share with people.
Yeah, this shit look good too.
Yeah, man. I mean, the recipes in there, it's all from a toaster oven and microwave. These are all the things that, you know, we will force to use, you know. But you could take those same recipes. If you out in the world, you can buy fresh produce. You can buy fresh fish, fresh, you know what I mean, chicken or whatever, and apply it to the same recipes. You know what I mean?
So tell me this. With you being in prison and having to deal with that situation and coming out and with this book now how important is it to still kind of have that same mind state when eating, just, and not just for you because of your disease, but just like long term for everybody else out the world that just want to be healthy in general?
Yeah, I mean, for me, you know, my diet affects me immediately. Like if I eat bad, I feel it in like within a matter of weeks. You know what I mean? It affect me like that. But for a normal person that, you know, that has their complete health and they're good, their diet affects them 30, 40 years later. You know what I'm saying? You end up with, you know, diabetes or something, or heart disease from eating too much, having too much cholesterol in your diet or whatever. So, you know, everybody needs to focus on their health, regardless if you're a healthy person or not. You should always focus on your diet and living healthy so you can live a long life. So I think that, you know, diet is a good way, man, to keep you strong. It's a good start. If you want to have change in your life, positive change in your life, having a good diet is a good start, because it's like a domino effect. Once you start eating good, you start thinking, you know what I'm saying? When you eat better, you start thinking better and living better. You know what I mean?
And tell me this, because I'm sure you've experienced, because you've been doing this rap thing for a minute, so you've been on the road a lot, and like, you know, being on the road, you know, even me as a DJ, like especially young in our days, like we have a habit of eating fast food or eating whatever is there. So everything you're saying is definitely on point. Now, how important is that for the younger people coming up and rolling to kind of start that diet early?
Yeah, I mean, the earlier you can start, the better, man. You know what I mean? For all the young people out there, it's definitely important to have that good diet, man, so you can live long and have a strong, you know what I mean, life. And having a good diet, it definitely it clears your whole body out. Like you start thinking different. You start having sharper thoughts. Like you know what I mean? Because your whole body is clear and you're able to think clear. You know. So yeah, it's definitely important. And I'm out here, you know, promoting that to the youth. You know what I mean? I definitely want to promote that. Like that's what it's all about.
I see you doing a college tour right now, correct?
Yeah, right now we on the college tour, and you know, doing in stores at like Barnes and Noble and stuff like that. But a lot of these recipes, college kids can relate to it, because it's like dormitory style food. You know what I mean? So I think that they can get a lot out of this book. You know, not just learning about, you know, the prison reform that needs to go on, but they can get a lot out of this book, you know, just by living. You know what I mean? Because college kids, you know what I mean, they like, yo, man, they don't have much money. They going to school, that bread going to the school. So it's like, you know, this is an easy way for them to learn how to make some simple recipes where they can, you know, eat good, and not to spend too much money. You know what I mean?
And every recipe in here you have made yourself.
Yeah, every recipe,
every single one.
Yeah, everything. A few of them I learned from inmates. You know what I mean? And I saw them make it, and I picked things up from them and just added my own touches to it. You know, there's a section in there called, you know, shit that I never eat. You know what I mean? But you might want to try it. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't recommend eating nothing from there. But, you know, you might want to have some fun and try it. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, most of the rest of the recipes, you know what I mean, I would eat all the time, every day.
So what would you say is your favorite recipe in here?
There's a lot of fish recipes in there because, you know, I eat a lot of fish. But one of the best recipes for me is the barbecue salmon over rice.
Okay.
That's really good. Like, that's really, really good, you know.
And how you make that shit with a toaster?
Basically, it's a toaster oven. So it's like,
toaster oven, okay.
You know, we eat out of cans in jail. So
All
it's
right.
like you get the can salmon. It's like a whole salmon stuffed in a can.
Okay.
You pull it out, clean it, debone it, and you spread it out on the toaster oven tray. You know, cook it up with some vegetables and onions.
Yeah.
And then when it's nice and cooked up, you put the barbecue sauce on it, let it caramelize, and it's great, man. You know what I mean?
I don't know if you've done this already or even thought about this, but I think you should do like a video of you making this shit.
Yeah,
to go along with
we
it.
did a few things like that, man. I just did something with Munchies on Vice TV. You know what I mean? Well, I did the barbecue salmon, and yeah, we're doing a few video things like that. You know what I mean? Giving examples of how to cook, you know, the recipes out the book.
Okay, and you also have, looks like you also have dessert dishes in here.
Yeah, there's a sweet potato pie on the cover of the book, you know, that I learned how to make in there.
Okay.
It's pretty good, you know what I mean? Using graham crackers, you know, you get the graham crackers all wet with water, and then you make like a crust with the graham crackers inside the toaster oven pan.
Right.
And then you put like your sweet potatoes or your yams, whatever you got.
Chef Boy
You know,
RP.
make a pie, nice little pie. Word.
Shit. You gonna make motherfuckers want to go to jail just to try this shit. just to try it.
I don't recommend that. You know what I'm saying? Definitely don't get locked up, man. Stay out of trouble, stay out of jail. I was in there feeling like an asshole, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just came off a tour with Eminem, 50 Cent.
Right.
And now I'm sitting in the jail for 3 years, eating like this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, man, you know, stay out of trouble, man. That's the whole point, man, of this book too, man. Just to show people you don't want to be living like this. You know what I'm saying? Look at what I was forced to do and forced to eat, you know what I'm saying, in order to survive, you know what I mean? So yeah.
How many cities y'all hitting with this with the tour?
We doing a lot. We doing a lot of cities. We on the road the whole month of October.
Yeah, I know y'all got Howard tomorrow. Howard today, right?
Yeah, we doing Howard,
Morgan State
Morgan
tomorrow.
I'm doing UConn.
Okay.
I'm doing Yale, Harvard.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a bunch of different.
So you're not just doing the HBCUs. You going to collegiates and everything.
Yeah,
that's heavy.
Definitely,
That's heavy.
Definitely.
Good
Doing
shit.
like questions and answers with the students, and you know, explaining just my experience being locked up,
Right.
and explaining how, you know, we need that prison reform, man. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters locked up, man. You know, they're going through it right now, man.
Yeah, you know, and I salute you for this, because artists in position like yours don't have to do shit like this.
Right.
But this is the shit that really matters when you think about long term, and even your legacy, pretty much.
Right.
Because you got, at some point, I just feel like every artist needs to give back something.
Right.
You know, whether it's minor or major, just something. Especially when you have fans out there that look up to you, and like you said, they might be going the wrong way or eating wrong or whatever it may be. So yeah, I definitely salute you on that, man. Wow. Like this is crazy. So now, is this going to be like a series of books, or is this?
Nah, it's just one book out of the whole. You know, I got a publishing company. You know, and since I've been home, I released about 7 books so far. You know, I put out the autobiography. I signed a few artists to some book deals. We put out some novels. I did a book with Miasha called Swing. I did a book with Jaquavis. From Ashley and Jaquavis. We did one called White House. I did one with Quan called Black Lotus. And these are all novels, you know what I mean?
Right.
Fictional novels. And I did them as novellas. They're like 100-page novellas. So it's like I was inspired by like Donald Goines.
Yeah.
And Donald Goines' books is like 99, 100 pages, something like that. Right. And what inspired me was, you know, it's an easy read. It's a lot of the young kids, you know, they all on Instagram and social media and all this, and you know, it's like a problem right now. People don't want to pick up a book and read.
Right.
So I was like, you know, books can be intimidating, especially a big, thick book. You're like, damn, I don't want to read all that. So I was like, let me do some short books where it's not so intimidating, and it can inspire young readers to just pick it up and read it real quick. You know what I mean? Right. So I did that with the novellas. We're going to be dropping a lot more of those. And this is the latest one, you know what I mean, the cookbook, you know, and I got a lot more stories that I want to tell, not just, you know, about the food, but a lot of other things, you know what I mean, with dealing with prison, dealing with, you know, just like working out, even, you know, politics, religion, just all the, you know, things that we deal with in the world, you know. and my take on it and my opinions and viewpoint on it, I definitely want to share it with the people, like, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I see you got a lot of pictures of the food in here as well as pictures of yourself. And I must admit, brother, like I ain't never seen a nigga make cooking look so hard. Making this shit look gangster as shit to be.
Ain't no
such
chef. Things as halfway cooks, yeah.
No question.
Word.
Shit. But yeah, man, congratulations on the book. And the book is available everywhere now.
Yeah, you can get it in Barnes & Noble. You can walk in and get the book. You can order it on barnesandnoble.com, amazon.com, and I also did the audio version of the book, and you can get that on iTunes. You know what I mean? You can download the audio version.
And I've been seeing like the audio books have been a big thing lately, and I know your autobiography, you did that also in the audio book, correct? So what was what kind of effect does that have as far as reaching people?
The audio books is a way for like people that are extremely busy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like really don't have time to sit down and read a book. You know, this is a way where you could listen to the book on your commute to work or while you working out, while you jogging or something like that. You know, it's just another option. It's another option that people could have to check out a book. You know what I mean? It's a big new thing, doing audio books, man. It's kind of important to do that.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
And when you like you said, you have the publishing company now. Like now, when you're choosing who you want to pick up the books by, like what is the key element that you look for when choosing those?
I definitely look for good writers, you know, people that can tell a story really good, you know, and, you know, people that have things to bring to the table. That our stories need to be told, you know?
Right.
Our stories definitely need to be told, and we need to break down that barrier, man. A lot of people, they call them urban fiction or urban books, like, you know what I mean? But I look at it as like it's just literature. Like no matter whether you from urban or you from suburbia, you know what I mean. If it's a black book, they like to label it as urban, like you know what I mean. But it's just a book, you know what I mean. You don't see them calling, you know, the white authors suburban, you know what I'm saying, literature. So it's like it's just you know, it's literature. It's authors that have good stories to tell. That have, you know, that have good books they want to put out and get out there. So we trying to promote that, just to, you know, get more books out there, promote reading, you know, promote these authors that have a lot of talent and get their talent out there, you know, and get it popping, man. Word.
And with the Commissary Kitchen, like, can we expect to see you on the cooking channel?
Yeah, you know, I'll do a few shows here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm not big on like trying to have my own cooking show or nothing like that. But I might put something together. You know, I'm more like behind the scenes type of person, so I might produce a show like that or something like that, you know, or write the show or something like that. But yeah, I would do something like that. Definitely.
That'd be dope. I think that'd be dope, man. Because you know, one thing when people see the product, but actually visually seeing. I mean, you know, it's just the age we're in now. Visually seeing you is like motherfuckers like, yo, this motherfucker really cooking.
Yeah.
You know,
I just don't want to get caught up in the whole like reality show thing. I'm not saying. I don't want to be like on a reality star TV. I'd rather be behind the scenes.
I'm talking something more like Ellen, when Ellen has motherfuckers come out and cook for them. Or
Right.
Wendy, you know, shit like that.
Exactly.
Got you. Well, yeah, man. Real quick, before I know you gotta get out of here. I know you're making your rounds. Before we get you out of here, real quick, back to music, real quick. Like, what's next for Prodigy and for the Mob?
The next project coming out, as far as music, I have an album. My next solo album is coming out in January. Okay. It's called the Hegelian Dialectic. Okay. You know what I mean? And basically, it's my first time making an entire album using, you know, all of my knowledge about conspiracy, you know, and you know, just the problems we deal with socially in the world, man. Like I said, politics, religion, you know, diet, you know, health wise, and you know, just a lot of the things that I learned growing up. And you know, I've been planting seeds little by little, like you know, Illuminati want my mind, soul, and my body, little things like that, you know what I mean? Just getting people interested, like, yo, what's Pete talking about? What's the Illuminati? What is that? It just gets them, it sparks their interest to want to learn about history, the history of the world, the history of races, and, you know, people. Like, you know, black people have a strong history in this world, man, and our story needs to be told, because, like, you know, like they say history is his story, you know what I'm saying? We need to tell our story, you know what I'm saying? And they say that our story is a mystery. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause my story is a mystery. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we need to shed some light on a lot of the things, the origins of things. Like, you know what I'm saying?
You said that's called what, the Hegelian?
The Hegelian Dialectic. And what that means is that's what governments do when they do false flags. I don't know if you know what a false flag is, but false flag is when they create a problem, you know what I mean, and they get the people to react in the way they want,
right,
and then they offer the solution.
Okay, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's called, there's a name for that. It's called the Hegelian Dialectic.
Okay, yeah, I knew that.
You know, for example, like 9/11 with the Twin Towers.
Right.
People say that was an inside job. They say
I believe
that's what you call a false flag. You know what I mean? And people believe, you know what I mean, and I have the opinion that I believe that what really happened that day was like, you know, they did that, an inside job, like the government. I believe the government did that in order to change the laws, in order to bring about the Patriot Act and change all these laws and get people so scared that they want the laws to change. Right. You know what I'm saying? People lose their privacy. You know what I mean? And they got all these laws now, man, that take away people's rights and freedoms. You know what I mean? And people wouldn't allow that unless they had that fear in them. You know what I mean? Right. If they didn't have something to be scared of, people wouldn't allow their freedoms to be taken. Yeah. So it's like the governments create these problems in order for them to pass these laws. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of people that think it's theory, and there's a lot of people that think it's fact also. You know what I mean? So I'm one of the people that, you know, I believe that it's a lot of conspiracy facts happening. It's more than just theories, you know what I mean? Okay. So I'm shedding some light on that on the new album, Hegelian Dialectic, and it's the first time that I made an entire project like that, you know what I mean? Because I've been building it up slowly from back in the days, just dropping seeds, and finally now I get to drop this album. Dope. I'm talking fully about this stuff, you know what I mean?
That's dope. When's that coming?
That'll be out there at the end of January.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a 3-part album also.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So is it like a situation where you're doing it all in the same year, all 3 parts?
Yeah, it's like back to back. So probably maybe like a month apart, a couple weeks apart. So, you know, it'll be out there real soon. It's going to be like, probably one of my biggest album projects that I ever did in my career.
Dope.
You know what I mean?
Dope. Yeah. Looking forward to that. And when what about the Mob? Is there another Mob project coming?
Yeah, so right now we're getting ready for the anniversary of Hell on Earth. You know, it's coming up in November. So we're definitely going to be putting out some music to celebrate that, you know what I mean, with the fans.
Y'all got a lot of anniversaries for all them albums.
Yeah, 20 years of Hell on Earth, man. It's about to be 20 years coming up, you know what I mean? Yeah,
dope,
man.
Dope. Real quick, what's your thoughts on the music today?
The music today, I believe that, you know, it's like the same as back in the days when I was a shorty and coming up, man. There was a lot of bullshit out there, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And dope artists out there also, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. It just takes a little longer to find it because you got to comb through all of this bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So I love the music. I love the hip hop of today, you know what I'm saying? A lot of the people from my age group and from, you know, growing up in the 90s and used to that 90s music, they be like, oh, it's not the same. Yeah. I ain't feeling this shit. But to tell you the truth, there's a lot of dope artists out there that's breaking ground and real unique, like Kendrick Lamar, like, you know what I'm saying, Wiz Khalifa, like, you know what I mean, God Bless the Dead, Chinks Drugs, you know what I mean, Coke Boys, you know, ASAP Mob, you know what I mean? There's a lot of dope artists, man. I like Kodak Black even, you know what I mean? Kodak is dope, man. He got a story to tell. He telling his story, like, you know, and I can relate to a lot of them. I can relate to 21 Savage. I can relate to his lyrics, you know what I'm saying, and things he talking about. It's just a different style of music, like, you know what I mean? It's just a different, like that whole trap music sound. It's just like a different sound, different style. And I always tell this to people, like, you know, my son is 20, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, when my son is going to parties, this is the music they listening to, like, you know what I mean? And when he gets older, these are the music from his memories. This is gonna be classics to them. A lot of people be like, oh, this music ain't gonna be classics like the 90s music is classic. This music today, it ain't gonna last. It ain't gonna be classic. We got some bullshit that's
still considered classics.
Yeah. Right. I mean, you know, like I said, there's a lot of bullshit out there, but a lot of it, you know what I mean, a lot of the music that's out there is also dope, you know what I mean? And
no, I was saying even from 90s we have.
It's always like that, man. You just got to know the difference between, you know, a unique, dope artist that's bringing something to the table and breaking ground, and somebody that's just a copycat. You just copying off of whatever's hot. Like, you know what I mean? You could tell the difference. Like, you could tell it's a major difference. Like, if you listen to Kendrick Lamar, you could tell he's dead serious about it. He's very unique, very creative, you know what I mean? Compared to another artist that might be trying to bite his style or, you know, jack his whole sound, like, you know what I mean?
Right. So one more thing before I get you out here, man. I do this. I ask every MC that comes through here. Give us a quick